What's going on, everyone? My name is D. Anthony with evolutiontraders.com. I'm a full-time options day trader as well as future scalper. Now, I run a team of traders at Evolution Traders where I'm kind of going over technical analysis in real time. We're doing trainings, we're doing exercises, we're doing one-on-one coachings. We're doing a lot of stuff to help each other make money in the room. If you guys are interested in something like that, definitely check that out. Also, if you guys can do me a huge solid before we get into this video and give me a thumbs up, it really helps push this video out to more traders. Again, the more thumbs up or thumbs down, if you guys don't like it or disagree, helps this video get out to more traders so more people can kind of get the the feel of the technical analysis. But what we're looking at here is the E-mini. So currently it is Sunday, it's 11:20 at night. Again, I'm kind of going over my homework here. Market's going to be open in a few hours for me here in California at 6:30. So what I'm kind of doing is going over my weekly bias and trying to get together a solid game plan, which I recommend for everyone to do as well. So what I'm looking at here is if we look at Friday's price action, okay, this is a little bit of a reversal candle that we had here on Friday. Now we came into this zone and you can see this green box that I drew on my screen. The reason why is if I go back here, I go back to June, I look at this last breakout that we had. So look at this last breakout that we had here on June the 12th, right? So going back here, we had a breakout on June the 12th that comes up into this area, puts in a new high. And then what do? This is a classic break and retest, right? So this is an amazing strategy that some of you guys can start learning and implementing, okay? As soon as you start to see these kind of patterns set up, you can identify them and you can play them the next time that you see them. So we broke out, okay, we put in a new high, which is what you want to see. You want to see an area of, resistance, which was here, right? 43.26 was an area of resistance here. You want to see a new breakout and you want to see a new high. What you then want to see is a pullback into that previous breakout spot. So this is a break and a retest. Now, once we come up to this, new high again, we want to see a level of, something of, consolidation, some distribution, some back testing, something, right? You want the market to get quote unquote choppy. And when it gets choppy, you want to look for not the breakdown, but you want to look for the break out into putting in that new high. So being that we got that, we put in that new high, we pulled back. Where is the area that we should have held, right? So if this was the last resistance area, and once we broke out and put in this new high, after a period of distribution, which is consolidation, AKA chop, what do we want to see? We want to see that break and retest of this zone to hold for that next new high. However, it did not come. So being that it did not come, anytime you get a period of sideways action, chop, distribution, consolidation, whatever it is that you like to call it, whichever side we break out of, okay, is the side you want to play, and you want to play it very, very aggressively. So being that we broke out, we should have all been looking to short this week, but as we come into an area of previous demand, right, going all the way back here to the June, the month of June, we have to now be looking for that short-term bounce yet again. So what we would be looking for in this particular situation is if the ES futures can take out Friday's high, we're looking to get long, okay? So we're looking to essentially get long and potentially play this back into 4,500 or 4,510. That's going to be this declining 20-day moving average that you see here. And we want to make sure that if we're going to be playing long, whether this bounce is going to last 1 day, whether it's going to last 2 days, whether it's going to last 2 weeks, we want to be taking profits into 4,500, into 4,510. Reason being is because if we do get rejected, okay, so if we do get rejected in this zone, and then we go through a period of consolidation and we don't break out to the high side, we are going to come back down into this demand zone, and you can play the breakdown for a short position back into this zone. But I would be looking for the next area to get tested, and that's going to be the 43.26. Why I'm saying 43.26 is because it's going back to our original early June consolidation area that was acting as resistance. So I would be looking for that. Now, essentially, if we do start to build below that and we start to close, right, daily candles start to close below 43.26, we could be looking at bigger problems. And the reason why I say that we could be looking at bigger problems potentially if that's going to play out is due to the fact of this, right? So if we kind of just draw this scenario out, let's say, for example, we get a little bit of a bounce, we get some consolidation, and then we get a drop. or we come back down and test this zone, however we close below it, what I would be looking for in this particular instance is a new low to be formed, and then a back test back into this zone, followed by a rejection that could potentially drop as low as 4150s, and that would be this kind of trailing 200-day moving average. And ultimately, I would say the 200-day moving average would be the perfect scenario for longer term investors or swing traders to start adding up on some of those bigger buy positions. So as of right now, as an investor or as a swing trader, I really wouldn't be looking for long-term holds from here. I'm not going to say that, the market is oversold from here and it's time to just buy up everything. Now, again, here's where this gets confusing, because right now could be a time where, yes, we might get some action where we're going to get, some bounce, and we're going to get some aggressive green days, right, in the overall market. And it's going to give that euphoria again, where people are thinking this was it, right? Now, again, I'm not a bull nor a bear. I'm just a realist who's looking to trade both sides of the market, because I am a scalper on the future side of things. And I'm a shorter term day trader when it comes to trading my options, right? So again, it doesn't really matter to me if the market is going higher or lower. I'm going to try to get in where I fit in and make my money where I can. But again, just kind of keep in mind, until we get over 4,500, until we can clear out 4,510, right? Until that happens, we would need to do something like this, where we break out over this area, start to reclaim the 20-day moving average, pull back, right? Break, retest, pull back, and then start to put in a new high is when I would look to start getting long again, because maybe potentially we're getting bullish. Now, again, I'm seeing a lot on social media where people, who have been shorting the market the past week or two are saying now it's time to go long. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that, because I think that we do have some potential to play here over Friday's highs, and we do have a nice area, a nice little pocket where we can make some really, really good money on this potential kind of reversal bounce. But again, we're not out of the woods, if that makes sense. So that doesn't mean just leave on long positions for the next 30 days or 45 days and come back to your computer screen expecting to be rich, because this bounce could last a day, it could last 2 weeks, it could last 3 weeks. We don't know how long. We've got some big earnings coming up. We've got Nvidia coming up on Wednesday. So it's definitely going to be a market catalyst again. So if we do get a bounce for 1, 2, 3 days, again, make sure you're treating it as just short-term trades. You're scalping this market. You're short-term day trading this market. You're not really positioning yourself to just sit long from this potential area, because the last thing I want to see happen to anyone is, for them to get smoked, right? I don't want to see you guys get burned. So just again, play it day by day. Ultimately, I would think somewhere in this zone down here would be the ultimate buy zone, potentially for those longer term positions. But again, if we're just talking about purely from, a scalper's point of view, well, all we're essentially looking for is a confirmation over Friday's highs, and that's going to be somewhere in this vicinity of around 43.95. I'm going to look to get long over 43.95, and if we actually pull this up on a smaller time frame, like the hourly time frame, if we look at this top wick candle here, right? Look at this top wick candle. We're looking at a price of around 43.95, 43.96. So I'd need to see us get over this zone, and what it's going to need to look like, depending on the type of scalper or day trader that you are, you can do one of two things. You can take a first entry break, right? As we start to climb, you can take that first entry break and sell on the way up, lock in those profits. Or if you're not so much of a, first entry kind of trader, where you want to see more confirmation, what you would want to see is a break over 43.96, put in a high, right, on the hour candles, and then you're going to want to see it pull back into this area. And once we pull back into this area, you're going to want to see this area hold, right? Either get a few hours of consolidation or at least an aggressive bounce up. And then as soon as we start to take out those new highs, you're going to want to sit here and you're going to want to use the 43.96 as a stop. So again, those are a couple of ways to potentially play it. Again, that 43.50s is going to be our hard stop loss here. Again, if the market does something like this, we would be looking to take a short position. So for example, if we do come up and we do something like this, however, when we back test and we don't hold right and we pull back into this zone, if at any point in time we try to make that second attempt to come back into 43.95s and it gets rejected and starts to come back down, this is essentially where you're going to want to take your short position, and your stop loss is going to be over 43.96. And then you're going to want to play this back into the middle of the range and start to lock in profits, or lock in profits there and hold to see if we get to potentially the bottom of that range. And if we do break the 43.50s, all bets are off. This thing's going to absolutely sink. So again, that's my market predictions. That's my market analysis for this week on the ES futures. Again, correlate that to the stocks that you trade, or the whatever asset class that you trade. This is just looking at the big boy, the S&P 500. Again, please, if you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Whether you agree with my analysis or you disagree with my analysis, at the end of the day, I don't really care. If you're not an evolution trader and you're not on my team, your opinion is just your opinion. The only people that really matter to me are the people that I'm making money with in my, on my trading floor with evolution traders. Those are the guys that matter, because, I go to war with those guys each and every single day. And that's the way that I look at it, right? So each and every single day, my team's going to go to war. Whether, we win the battle or we lose the battle, there's always another battle to be fought. But the war, doesn't end. We keep on fighting. So again, I'll see all of you guys that are just on YouTube. See you guys in the next video. To those of you guys that want to decide to join the team and hop on for the one-on-one coachings, the strategy guides, the mindset help, the watch list, the intraday technicals and live webinars, definitely join evolutiontraders.com, become that lifetime member. You guys will have access, one-time fee for the rest of your lives. As long as I'm able, to talk, walk, and click the mouse button here trading, I will definitely be on here doing it. Again, I've been doing this for over 8 years now, 6.5 years full time. So, I'm not really going anywhere, and as long as I'm able to. So again, I will see all of you guys on the next video. Again, hit that like button, share it, do whatever you guys got to do, and I'll catch you guys all later.